I was wondering if I could start, so I can tell you a little bit about myself, where I come from, because a lot of you guys don't really know me.
Okay. Do you mind if we go through this stuff and then you come to it?
Yeah.
All right. Should we?
Where are we? We are on, today's the 20th, right? Yeah.
Do we want to call the order and do the Pledge of Allegiance? Might as well, right?
That's what we keep forgetting when we do ours, because I was watching it last
Our
night.
subcommittee doesn't do it.
No.
We pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we'll do our quick roll call for our minutes. So we have our secretary here, Jen. We have Patty.
Yep, here.
Amber is on vacation. Dale is not feeling so great tonight, so she won't be here. Jerry Lynn, myself, and in the audience is Maria, and of course Donna's here. So, let's, did everybody get an opportunity to read the minutes from this last, well, we had to skip obviously, but.
They should have
The
had
one
that.
before that.
Yeah, through email. I think nothing changed, because I haven't received anything.
Yeah. So are we going to approve the minutes as they are, or did anybody have anything they wanted to add or subtract or anything like that?
Yeah, good to me.
All right, so
Motion to accept it?
second it?
Second?
Okay, great. And then we did have some minutes from the Finance and Marketing Committee, or do we not?
Yep, they should be in here. And then I don't have the ones from yesterday because I didn't finish taking.
Right.
I have
The
to
first 2 pages are the marketing, and then on the back of that is the finance.
We could can't turn mine off.
how it went, so.
From
Marketing
the 12th.
Subcommittee.
So that was from the 12th, and then we met yesterday as well.
Yeah.
But I don't have those ones done.
So you've looked at this website to create a new and more modern website,
Yes.
Yeah. That looks really good.
doesn't it?
That looks really
I
good.
have it, so I can show everybody.
Jen's doing a great job with it.
So I can show it to everybody if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to see it.
Okay. Do you want to come around the table? So
Yeah.
everybody can look at it?
Yeah.
I'll let you go behind. Yes.
Trying to get the internet to work.
Did you, well, you probably added a few things.
I haven't changed much since yesterday.
Oh, no, okay.
So I had to create a password. So
Do you want to see it?
It's fieldtheatercommittee@gmail.
Where'd you come on?
And so I don't have my paperwork in front of me. Who is going to actually monitor and warrant this?
Me.
You. Okay.
Yeah, Jen's gonna do the website. We'll volunteer her to do that.
I think you just have to sign in on the next page.
But I don't want,
This one.
I don't want to log into that one though.
No, well, why doesn't that one pop up though?
My internet crashed last night, so. Oh, I'm so sorry, that's why. Hold on. You can move on. You can do something else if you want. This is taking a minute.
Everybody's standing around her.
Feeling the pressure in your chest?
Sweating bullets.
I was gonna say, no pressure there.
And when can this go on board? When
As
can we
soon
go
as
with it?
everybody says yes.
And then I'll let Michael know that we're transitioning and,
Yeah. And he's been great helping us.
yeah,
Yeah. He's been really great helping us.
he's just gonna be disappointed, but I'm like, I'm sorry.
So it was brought to my attention, and then I ended up getting a text message that people are having a hard time finding that they've noticed that the theater is not advertising as normal.
And they're
So
only
in a
under-
way, that's good because now we know people were looking. But
Yeah.
Is it Rolling Thunder?
yeah,
Yeah, I put a thing out on Facebook to let people know where to go.
yeah. And I think
And-
we should add that to our website.
Yes, yeah, when she gets,
Yeah, and, but it's in the,
it's on page 3, it's in center stage.
and you know, somebody brought to my attention that might be, I mean, there might not be anything we can do about it. The article is called Center Stage.
Yes.
They were like, is that gonna be confusing to people, Center Theater up in Dover? And I was like, well.
That's where they
ooh.
put it, so, and that way we're not paying anything for
Yeah,
it.
I think that's great.
So,
This is our homepage. So, I've got up at the top, home, about, advertise rentals, movies, live events, donations, fundraising, and contact. And this pops up on the homepage, so in here you can see what movies are playing, and you can click there, and it'll link you to what the current movie is.
And how many movies in advance can we put in there?
So for that,
Can you like do the
Yeah.
month's worth?
so I, in upcoming movies, have, it'll take it a minute to
Yeah.
load, there's a calendar.
Oh, awesome.
So it's an interactive calendar. So I've got this next week and then the week. So then
That
you
is
can
nice.
click,
Yeah.
you can click on it and it tells you, I just put in what it's rated each time.
And may I ask you,
Mhm.
where did you get this information from?
The current website.
The current website?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the town website?
No, the current theater
Like
website.
theater website, they have upcoming movies too.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry, about this program. Hi,
Hi.
This is through Google. This is
come
all
join us. We have a new
website.
website that
yeah.
we're really checking out here, and you and Maria are it for our clients.
So this
Hello.
is updated through Google. So the Gmail that I created,
Uh-huh.
the calendar through Gmail, you type it all in there and then it comes up here. Is that what you're asking me?
Well, the whole, what's it called?
Wix?
Yeah, how did you come across this?
Facebook ad?
Oh, good for you.
That's how I come across the tickets.
Yeah.
To get the
Awesome.
tickets for the show.
Okay, so on the
So
homepage,
if somebody wants to, like rent a space, is there a spot
so
there? I
for
thought I saw?
rentals, you
Yeah.
can go there. So I also have one here. If you click through, this will take us to the comedy night information. This will take us to donation page. And this will take us to the rental page or advertising page. Click there. And then this is the rental page. Click here. So,
The place to hold your birthday
Nice.
party.
Yep,
Oh,
so-
Jill, that's great.
so rentals.
Yeah,
Click
she's
on
done an
this.
awesome job with
Like
this.
in the 21st century.
Yes.
So I just got these from Donna, and I think we need to update them, but then we'll have them right here so they can download the forms right from their computer. This links them right to our policy page that we did last time. And so we should talk about these, this is what I was gonna bring up. For like schools, Right now, the policy is that they get one free event a year, and then each other event they have to pay $100. So I think that might be limiting to schools wanting to come. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Donna, you told me yesterday that this is from another theater committee. They created these so that we
Yeah,
can.
Ian
So
was
we
on
should be
there.
able to
But it was a long time ago,
Yeah,
and
so-
it's time to,
update.
yep.
I think the kids should,
The
schools be
have,
free.
I do that anyway.
I have had people say that it being a municipal theater and the taxpayers are already paying for the theater, the kids can't come to this. So there are people that, you know, it does need to be discussed.
Yeah. So I think
Because we
need
do
to
that. I mean,
update this page. This
because
is what's
like,
current.
when there is an event, I don't charge them. But if it's a movie event, that's a different type of venue for the theater.
And we still have to be mindful that we have people we have to pay to be here during an event. So it's something we need to bat around.
Yeah, we always bring this up at least once a year anyway.
Yep.
It's always kind of as we know, Ian.
So back to the home page here.
But I like this.
I've
Yeah.
got our social media links down here, so it'll take you right to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Then we've got the clicks down here as well. They do the same thing. So if we want to just go about. So this is about the theater. This is what's currently on the town website.
Yep.
I just copied and pasted that. And then I put the vision that was on there, and then I was going to bring up values. I think it's important to put some values, what the theater values are. So those are 3 that I came up with, but we can add more. Then I also put, from here you can go directly to history, ticket prices and hours or policies. So for history, I just copy and pasted the timeline there,
Mhm.
and then put the present day at the bottom because it stopped at 94. And then hours and ticket prices right there. And then we can put the policies, which we went over last time. And then if you want to advertise, your ad here. Becoming a sponsor. This is what your paper that we can go over tonight, copied and pasted from there. And it's a link right to the contact page, and once it's up and running, you can click on the email, and it'll bring up your email out. So it goes right to her email there. Just have to click on it. Rentals, we've talked about that one. So movies, that's the kind of current page, and then you can check out currently showing and coming next. Currently up there is Dogs at Home. That's the trailer. The internet just is really slow down here. There it goes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then upcoming is the calendar. So you can put as far in advance
So
as we
just out of
can.
curiosity, can you go to like the 27th? And show me,
February.
yeah, show me what that looks like.
We don't know. I don't know it yet.
Oh, okay.
These were the only ones listed on the current website, so I'll have to get.
What's the 27th?
Do you know what comes after the kid who would be
King? Not yet. I've got to
Okay.
work on that.
Okay.
So, yep.
So once she gets those, then we can put them in as
Okay.
far in advance as we want. We can do the whole year if you want.
Okay, cool.
I won't have movies up that far.
But you get a month, we do well.
Yeah, I do. Usually
Um,
2 to a month in advance.
Live events, check out what's coming up here by clicking there, and then again I put also if you want to rent it, and then it'll link it to our contact, her email, and then the rental page. So if you want to go, oh, there's all the rental stuff. Upcoming events I have are
I put that on our screen already, so that will be showing out tonight.
Perfect.
Was that on that little calendar block with the movies? The comedy night?
This?
Yeah.
No, so that was just for upcoming movies. I don't
But
have
on
a
the calendar, can you put that on there?
I could, if you want, yeah.
I put that out there on the Heart of Pittsfield's calendar.
Okay. Yep, so I can add it to
I
that
put everything,
calendar.
I try to remember to do that. So everything should be up to date.
Once we start getting pictures, we can put pictures of past live events so people can see the venue and how it's being used. Donations. looking for support your local community. And you can mail a check, you can do it in person, you can sponsor a movie. I just put 300 there, so I don't really know what our number's gonna be, so we can change that. Supplies.
Thank you.
Yes.
Fundraising, we don't have any fundraisers yet, so once we do, we can put them here, we can put them in the calendar too. And then contact, and then email list, this is a map. There's the address, email, telephone, and our social media again, so look here. That will take you to Facebook.
That's awesome. Good job. Awesome.
Yeah,
Looks really good.
yeah, it looks very good. And easy to use too.
That's what I was hoping.
Yeah.
Easy. So on every page, you can click to what you need to get to, so it's all right
Awesome,
there.
Jen.
So if we like this, we can
Make those minutes when we.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, yeah. Good to see.
Yes.
Good, good, yeah. I think we're settled with our, things like that.
Okay, so marketing obviously has been doing a lot of work. Good job. Let's see, let's go down through some more of this stuff. So,
We've got some updates for comedy night. You want me to go over what we did yesterday too?
sure.
Oh, where is it? Okay, so from here, from the 12th, we just went over $10 for the price, doors at 6:30, starting at 7. We went through the poster stuff. Also, I was going to check with Final Vinyl, and then Jerry Lynn checked, and we don't have any, so I don't think we're going to have it in time to do anything with
Right,
that.
I also called Final Vinyl,
Okay.
and she's actually on vacation this next week,
Okay.
so
Yeah, I don't think
there's
that-
not enough time.
Yeah.
But definitely would like to do something for the future.
Yeah. And then we talked about places we can sell the tickets. And so we ended up on the
Jen?
theater.
Can you speak up just a little bit,
Okay.
please?
I feel like I'm screaming, I'm sorry.
We gotta get her
Um,
We get you a microphone.
I know. So we have the tickets at the theater and at Bud's. Then Jerylyn has some, and then I guess Amber's gonna take some as well.
And posters as well at the theater?
So
I have them,
poster,
so, yeah.
she has that.
She has a big, huge poster already that she has in the window.
Perfect.
And they have a big one at Bud's as well as flyers there as well.
Awesome.
Let's see. And then on the Friday before, so March 1st, next Friday, from 2 to 6, we're going to have a table outside of Bud's, so we can kind of push them the night before, whatever we have left.
So obviously, if we're sold out, you don't need to do that.
Right.
Have you already checked with Chris up there to have
Yes,
this
I have.
done?
Yep, so we're all set for that through them.
I checked with them today and they already started selling tickets.
Wonderful.
I was excited to hear that.
You know, I wonder if I'll need to do that because
Right.
I think this is going to do well.
Yeah,
So
they
what-
posted it on Facebook
Yeah.
that they were selling our tickets also.
So we
so
would need
you-
volunteers that night.
Right.
To run that booth.
So you were looking for somebody, last time I looked, you hadn't filled up the spots on people to clean up, right?
Yep. So we're
Well,
not there yet.
put me in one of the spots for cleanup.
What else are we doing?
And
So
if anybody
for-
wants to buy a ticket today, I got one. Or, I got a few.
And then for the night of, that's where we're at now, the volunteers need to be to the theater at 6. Shane, Grant, and Jason Perkins will be doing the lighting for us that night. Donna will be in concessions and around the theater to help set up. So the need for volunteers for the box office, if we have any leftover tickets, Jerry Lynn volunteered to be in there selling any leftover tickets at the door. I volunteered to be the ticket taker, kind of counter. We're going to punch the tickets so that way we know which ones have already been in. I had a question on that. Are we allowing re-entry? Can people go and come? Because that's going to mess us up real bad.
People do come and go, but it's not when they first get there. It's usually in between.
Okay.
And they'll already have a hole in their ticket. and-
Right, but my only concern with that is if two people come in and one person leaves and but has those two tickets and then goes and gives it to somebody else, then they already have a whole punch ticket and I'm not gonna remember everybody's face.
Right.
So should we do like a hand stamp or something if they leave to get back in?
We can always.
That's
I'm always out in the I probably very seldom do I go in and even get to see the show because I'm out making sure everything is fine and nobody else is coming in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So I can keep track of that.
Okay. That seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's the way it always is.
If there's 250 people.
I don't
though,
think that
They-
there's a problem with us putting a dot on someone's hand with a marker if they decide
like
they
a
need to
stamp
go
or
out.
something.
I would just take a Sharpie, or
Sharpie
if
on
you can,
somebody's hand, but if you get like a stamp, would that be okay?
Because you don't have a lot of people going in and out.
Okay.
You really don't. Not for live events
Okay.
and stuff. Very seldom somebody will go out and have a cigarette or whatever and then they come right back in.
Okay.
They're not.
As long as we're okay with that and know that somebody might try and sneak somebody in. I worked at an events arena for 5 years. People do crazy things.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
But that's, if you feel that.
Well, I feel that Jen does have, I mean, not that you don't, Donna, because you do, but
Just as like a
she has a lot of experience, but if it's something that concerns you and you have done events,
Mm-hmm.
then I think it's something we should consider.
Okay.
Do you have such a stamp?
No. Get a stamp real easy.
you'd think, like Walmart would sell
Yeah.
We
stamps.
could rent or borrow A.E. Robinson's little coffee bean stamp for the
Well, they always make a little X with a pen even on you. I've
Yeah.
gone to events where they just mark an X and.
Yeah. Okay,
You
something
get
like
the
that.
different colored Sharpies there in the box office, like we have orange and green.
Yeah.
Most people use black, we could use an orange or a green
We could
that
put
they
a C
wouldn't
for
think of,
comedy.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Just putting a little mark or a dot on someone
Yeah.
with a different color marker than anybody would actually carry,
Right.
Yeah, I think she's got a
Right.
point.
you know?
Okay,
Just thinking.
Yeah.
sounds good.
So we can.
Yeah, who's to say that they wouldn't run over to A&E and grab their coffee bean stamp and. I had to.
That's funny. But no, we can always use a pen
Sure.
or something.
Sure. If there's a few people that hopefully will do this, and we'll know for next time.
Yeah. Just an idea. We just makes
Okay.
it easier so we're not
Right.
getting
That's a good idea.
people
too.
too in that aren't paying for tickets, you know? You don't want
Right.
that.
So do you have enough people for a start up there for the comedy event?
Enough people for what?
Start up, you know, the ticket booth and everything else?
So Jerry Lynn's gonna be in the ticket.
Is it just Donna and concessions?
So Donna and then Leslie, or Amber, whoever wants to. Leslie volunteered to do it.
I'll be around to help. I'm not gonna not be there. So,
So then, tickets would be good.
or concessions when the tickets get done. I mean, there's gonna be need for help. I know.
I'll just come in and sit and just go around.
And then cleanup crew is gonna be Leslie and then Ann just volunteered.
And myself.
And Donna.
Because there will be that will be funny.
Okay.
You sure? I don't wanna be there all night.
Believe me, we will not be there all night.
You got it down pat.
And we don't need to worry about t-shirts because I'm not gonna have them.
Yeah.
So what's happening with those?
So I don't think
Not
for this
happening
event
this
we're gonna
time.
have them.
Yeah.
Okay, when we do sell them, I found out we have to sell, we gotta add on our sales tax on that, on our t-shirts. So when we make a price, we have to make sure that if we wanna.
That it's in there.
Yeah. And then I'll have to do with my concession sales tax, and I'll have to add it in with that. Okay?
Mhm.
And I believe that's gonna be a 5.5%.
5.5%.
5.5, huh?
Yeah,
Okay, good to know.
right.
Okay. So is that it for the marketing?
Sorry, that was for the 12th.
Yeah.
So yesterday we went over again an update for the comedy night. And so Shane Grant from Cemetery Theater donated the tickets and the flyers and the poster. So we had that sponsored through them.
Nice.
Very nice of them. And then Annie Robinson's, her name, she's going to be donating 3 large pizzas the night of for the comedians. The flyers are already up at Shop and Save and C.N. Brown. And there's tickets at Shop and Save in the theater.
And you probably have a poster up at Robinson's already, don't you?
I haven't gone to Robinson's. I did hit Main Street. We got one at Vittles, one at the what's that?
Pop on over.
Pop on Overs. I actually went to the bank. They said that they would put one up for me. Where else? Oh, we went to the bottle redemption place. They put one up for us. And tomorrow I'm gonna be hitting the Town Good.
Good. Richie's.
Richie's, yeah, right at the laundromat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
And
hit
Annie
every
Robinson.
way, yeah.
Yeah. Good.
And then head over on the Shop and Save Plaza.
You can put them at each of the banks. Well, you got the one here, and then
I got the
Bangor
one right
Savings.
on Main Street. I have to hit Bangor Savings right across from you.
Okay. Did how about Stan's? Have you put one at Stan's?
Barbershop.
Barber shop.
Shop?
Oh, he was closed when I went
Okay.
by.
Yeah.
I'll have
And
to
then
check
there's
into the
Eden,
hours.
Spa.
I didn't even see them open. I know I don't know if oh, I can't think. The doctor's office right there, right beside
Yeah.
you. I wonder if they would put one.
Oh, Robinson, Dysart's.
Yeah, Dysart's.
They're good
Are
about
we putting an, just a question, are you putting an ad in the Rolling Thunder for it?
Yeah.
Are we gonna put one in like
Yeah,
that,
we-
or
We're
Yeah,
actually
waiting to
putting
hear
this
from
in.
them.
from the Rolling Thunder?
Yeah.
Oh,
They put, the Rolling Thunder's putting this in, and they said that they would give us, what was it, 10% off?
Yeah.
Up, 10% off of what? I'm sorry, my brain. The 10% off the price,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, yeah, and the poster would be.
what the poster, would be.
Cause I was wondering if we could maybe get it sponsored, having somebody else sponsor it, putting like a full page ad in the Rolling Thunder. 'Cause we have quite
Oh,
a few
that's what I
people that
was
wanna
asking
sponsor
earlier,
things,
how much,
and that would be, the full
yeah,
page.
that's what I was asking
And
earlier,
it's,
how much, they would charge to
It's
do
about
a full page.
$700 for a full page.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah,
Wow, thank you for that.
yeah. We just took out a centerfold ad and it was $1,200.
Wow.
I sent in.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I think we're gonna have pretty good coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Well, we're gonna be in this and that around town.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be in there,
Yeah.
right?
We missed
That's
putting
cool.
it in the coffee news. I forgot about that because that has to be in 2 weeks before. So with the other event coming up, we'll have to remember that we can put it in there. We have to have 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, we know plenty of time now, because I don't even think we really had 2 weeks to throw this together.
Right. So.
And then we have plenty of notice now
Right.
for the other one.
On Saturday, Channel 5 is going to be out in front of the theater with Shane from Cemetery Theater, Mary, the moose turd lady. They're going to be out there promoting the event.
Oh, and Nate
What day is
Bradford.
And Nate Bradford on Saturday.
This Saturday?
This Saturday.
Yeah.
Do you know what time they're gonna be there, Cheryl?
Tomorrow I'll find out definite time.
And it's already up, so she's got it up on the screen for the movies, and the marquee will be up on Thursday. So we've got it all over, and it's on Facebook already too.
Great job.
Shares,
Yeah,
so.
I was looking on Facebook, last time I looked, which was last night, we had 92 shares of just of this alone, and I've had a few shares of the post that I put yesterday or whenever we got the tickets and handed them over to Bugs.
Awesome. We also talked yesterday about a possible new event in October 14th, it's a Monday night. Jerlyn has confirmed with Ukulele Russ. He can be here.
Well, I would like to add a little bit.
Okay.
I talked to the ukulele. It was brought to my attention by Barbara De Niro about the ukulele orchestra from Brewer.
Okay.
And
That's what she was trying to check out.
Yeah. I found one.
He would
but it
really
wasn't
love to do
until-
one a lot sooner than that.
Okay.
He would like to do it at his orchestra. Apparently has students in it. I actually would like to check it out a little bit more. And I asked him then if he would have any problem combining the show, because his show really is only like an hour long, if that. And if Russ was to, collaborate, it would make a nice show.
Yeah. what
That's
she
the
was
only
trying to
time
do.
he can come down. That's because he's from Alaska and he's
Oh, is he
coming.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
and he's
Well-
a Maine native.
We could do two shows.
It's
We could do
Well, I
orchestra.
mean, the orchestra can
Uh-huh.
wait until October too.
Yeah.
He just was thinking maybe because he has students, maybe it'd be better to do it before school gets out.
Yeah.
But school is going to be back in session,
Yeah.
and I have no problems with planning something out longer. I think it'd be great to combine them. What did
That's
Russ think?
That's what we were thinking.
Was
Russ
he
loved,
okay
yeah,
with
he
the-
loved it. That's how I brought it up to him because I wanted to get
The
the
collaboration.
collaboration of both of them.
What was the date on that?
That's October 14th,
Monday.
Monday.
Columbus
And
Day?
yeah. He was, because he was he said that he can't do a free event. His overhead, obviously coming from Alaska, he would love to help us out, but he couldn't do that. So I said, well, if I can give you $200 and I can look around and probably get a sponsor for a motel room and get him fed, would he be good with that? And he said yes. And I was thinking that the ukulele orchestra would go on first, and then Ukulele Russ would finish it up with, because he wanted to get,
Rip Johnson.
yeah, Rick Johnson to play with him and bring all their friends from high school, whatever, to come to the show.
Well, I
told him
wonder
that we would
if
be working on this.
I wonder if it's big enough to be, like you said, 2 events.
We could do the orchestra and Russ in October, but if the orchestra wanted to come in a couple months too, we could have them
Yeah.
here twice a year,
It was kind of brought to my attention that the Barbara thought that this would draw people from out of town, from the Brewer and Bangor area, particularly if it's from. He has some students there. People are going to want to come this way.
Right.
I don't know.
I wonder if some of his students will be willing to do like a solo.
Yeah. Like a showcase night or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then put them all together, or do the unit
main
all in
thing.
one, and then do some that may want to do their own little
Yeah.
skit for themselves.
So we've got time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Depends on when we want to do it.
Thanks.
You too.
Well, I just made one phone call
I
and
know, but that was good. I saw that.
I saw
and
that on
I-
Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd like you to come down and play for us.
I thought that was a good idea.
my
Because-
kids loved it when they saw him in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came to Pittsfield when I was working at the pit stop, and he came there and it packed the house. We had to, no, you can't come in because of,
Right.
Well, that was my concern when you first said Riff and he together. I'm like, oh my word, we've only got 250 seats. Maybe we should break this up. That would be a great problem to have.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Too bad we couldn't
awesome.
do it on Sunday, being a 3-day weekend. You know, could do a Sunday matinee and then an evening show. You know?
His weekends are his bread and butter, because
Right.
Yeah.
I tried to get him on Thursday, and I
Yeah.
tried for Saturday. No, sorry, my weekends are my bread and butter. And I'm like, well, when are you available?
Uh-huh.
So he's like, Monday. I'm like, I'll take it. I go, just remember, I'm in the baby stages of this. I'm trying to
Yeah.
work on it, so
Yeah.
I'll let you know as I get
And
closer.
October's a good, yeah, good job. All right.
The independent double feature movie night, Shane is going to be doing all the marketing on that, so we can hopefully get together with him, with the subcommittee and kind of figure out the marketing for that.
Oh, I actually talked to him. He's gonna be doing his own flyer,
Perfect.
and Donna sells tickets.
There we go.
We kind of brought up a suggestion that where it's a double feature, perhaps maybe we could charge just a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
that's
what-
what we were saying.
Yeah, that was what we was
Our
talking
next-
about too.
Do we want to do $7? Do we want to
At least.
have like $7?
Yeah.
Because
Good.
I did talk, I kind of getting ahead here, but I did talk to the council last night, and they're fine with us going up on $1 on everything.
Yeah, Jay was like saying, well, this is 2 shows,
Right.
so
Yeah.
$750, And I'm like, well, we'll bring it up.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with $7. And plus, it's a independent film. It's
Yeah.
not like, everybody's seen it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and tell what you guys got an award.
Yes.
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 Did
I
you
saw
see that?
Yes, ma'am, I liked it.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I don't even have my phone I should have wrote it down. I'm stupid.
What was the award for?
They,
Yeah, the Cemetery Theater won an award for keeping Bangor scary.
yes.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so Stephen King awarded him.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's how I took it as anyway.
Well, it's the Stephen King Keeping Maine
Creepy, yeah.
Creepy
Oh.
award. It's Maine, it was, from how I understood it, it was Maine independent film people get together and they do awards much like the Oscars and whatnot. But
Yeah.
this is designed just for the Maine independents
Nice.
and they got it.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think we need to promote that.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
we're
do we
pretty
wanna-
excited.
Do we want to vote on how $7? Does $7 sound good? $7.50?
I don't think we need to vote. I think we should just do it.
Okay, so then you can just tell Shane and his flyers to put $7
Okay.
on that.
I do think that if we're gonna do 7, great, or 8, but 750 just makes,
Yeah, change.
Right.
Yeah.
just either do 7 or 8.
Right, I wasn't even thinking about change.
Yeah.
Right there, that's where it is.
Do you think they'd go for 8? Do you think people would come? Or should we stick with 7?
I like 7 myself.
7?
Yeah.
It's a good number. I like 7.
Yeah. You know, this little
I
squiggly
do.
line.
I do think 7's a good idea. I do think a couple of nice little donation
Buckets.
little vases or buckets might be nice to have in the lobby, or as they're leaving maybe, but
I do have, you've seen it at Bud Shop and Save, on their deli, the big dill
Yep,
bucket.
yep.
I have that big dill bucket, and I was thinking about putting a flyer on there, like the theater picture and, donations.
Yep.
She does have that little one, But I don't think that stands out enough. I think you should need something bigger so it catches their eyes.
I do know up to, and I refer to them a lot because I was very impressed, up to the theater in Dover, they had like an oversized heavy-duty fishbowl. And I even said to him, geez, do you have people like doing this? He said, no, we've never had that problem. They actually have cameras in the lobby, so if they thought they could, track it that way. But it was very attractive, and it had $2 or $3 in it, so people got the idea. And it
That's
was
what I used
attractive.
to do when I was working at the bar, throw
Put a couple bucks in there, gives them the idea.
And
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, they just throw in money and
Yeah.
of course you're giving them alcohol.
They love you.
Yeah, they love me.
Huh? All right.
I think that was. Yep, that was it. Just the website from yesterday.
No, the website's awesome.
Yeah, it
Do
is.
we need to vote tonight on your website?
Sure. I mean, if
It's
I
really,
can make it,
we're really kind of getting off on our
Yeah.
whole agenda here, but I do think it's an important thing to get going.
I can make a couple little changes and then.
And
Click
you're
publish.
prepared to deal with this.
Yep.
2 kids, husband, huge house in town.
It's not that big.
And a job.
subcommittee.
And a
And a
job,
committee.
and 2 subcommittees and this committee. And you can do it.
I can do it.
All right, good for you.
Updating the movie.
Yeah,
It looks
because it
wonderful.
pretty much takes care of
It takes care
itself.
of
All you have to
itself.
do is just keep updating movies
Just
there and
remember,
there.
You've done a great job. Does anybody want to make a motion on that?
Aye.
Make a motion on to go forward with this website that Jen has created?
Yes. Yes. Aye.
So all in favor?
Yep.
Good.
Aye.
Do we have enough for a quorum here?
I believe you do.
Oh, good.
Because you have
Yeah, there's 5 of us.
just,
There's 6 on the committee.
right.
There's
and-
actually supposed to be 7.
And she's still there because we haven't received a letter yet.
Yeah,
So-
we had somebody that wanted to be on the committee
know.
go and was turned away because she has not produced a letter yet.
She's working
Can't
on
you
it.
just take your email and print? She did email you it, right?
Did she email you or text you?
She
Text.
texted her.
Oh.
She's gonna send out a letter, so she's just.
That's why I was wondering if you could just take your, if it was came through email, print that off and hand it in.
But, no, you have enough.
Okay, great.
I think.
Thank you,
that's
Jen.
You're welcome.
I think I think it's a,
We're
we're
good.
getting some stuff
So,
done, that's awesome.
right, so Jen, just send me that link so I can put it out
Yep.
to the Rolling Thunder and let people know that our website is changing and that I also can
Facebook and
Yeah.
everything,
let
too.
Mike know also.
Yep, send it to.
That we're doing
All
our
right,
And when
awesome.
will this take
revamp.
effect?
Well, I'll work on the updates, the couple things that I need to do tomorrow, and then I can send it out probably Friday. Is that okay?
That's awesome.
So I know that he'll be all done taking over the the website on Monday.
Who?
Mike.
The gentleman
Okay.
that's doing the website now.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were doing it.
What's that?
No, she has a gentleman that's been helping her with the website. And she needs to give him some sort of date
Right.
on when he's,
Not doing it anymore.
Right,
So probably as soon as the town can get it on the town website, get it changed.
okay.
So that'd be something we'd have to talk to the town first to see how soon they could get that on their website.
I don't think we take that long, but
I'll just send Michael the link, and he should be able to hopefully
Switch it
switch
out.
it out.
do you want me just to let him know by March? Oh, I'm in January. Hold on, sorry. I'm looking at the date, I can't
October.
find what I had. So can I tell him by March 1st that his website will be down? Well,
I think that's,
that's fine.
don't you?
Does that
Everybody
sound
else
fair?
think that, yes.
That's fine.
And,
Yeah.
and
Then
I know you'll
there should be
express to
plenty of
him how
time
much
for
we
everyone to do what they
appreciate
need
him.
to.
So we'll have to do up a, I don't know, a thank you for him for
Yeah.
his services
Yeah.
for,
What do we wanna do for him?
because he volunteered all this time.
Yeah.
There's like some free movie passes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like coming in on that.
can we give him like one of those, can we do something like the golden ticket type thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can. Yeah.
Is
That would be
everybody,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and a thank you note?
Yeah.
Maybe the next time we meet, we could have a thank you card and all of us sign it? Do you think that you would
Nice.
appreciate that?
That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be good.
That was it.
Okay. Good job. So, what's next? I'm losing my place here.
Yeah.
Was mine up next, or you
Yeah.
still got?
Yeah, I think, I think that you're anxious to introduce yourself to us. I thought you were gonna do it last week.
Yeah, I kind of spaced it.
We all do once in a
And then I'm
while.
like, well, they really don't have any background on me.
Okay.
Alright, so I'd like to take and give you a little bio about myself. I am Jerry Lynn Perkins, head of the sub-marketing committee. Excuse me. I have worked at the Time Out Event Center that was in Brewer, Maine, booking events and like, not movies, musics and stuff like that. Excuse me. I've worked on trying to get Down East Dickering back on air. It was a Paul Henry's show based on Dickering. I have that Facebook page with 10,000 likes on it. Where am I here? That's where I met Michael Kelly. He's a young man and he's got incurable disease. And the wheelchair that he wanted to get, the insurance would not pay for that because there was no class to put him under. And so we got him a wheelchair that cost over $10,000. It's the Action Track chair. Let me see, where am I? That only took us 6 months to do, but that was kind of a lot of money and a lot of trial and error. Like we'd run a cruise, for, cruise down for Mike's ride, We'd do bike shows. The last show we did was at Seasons and we brought in over $10,000 just that one show.
And what was the show?
We had the Down East Dickering guys there. Riff Johnson actually volunteered, and we were giving off, not giving away, but auctioning off merchandise that I went out and asked every business owner. I'd get motel rooms, or this was before the skating place closed, so I got skating tickets, and we did a family fun pack because we got the movie tickets, and we worked hard at that. We'd go to Harley Davidson, they would throw Tony Bennett leather jackets and stuff like that. It was crazy what people would give you to try and help,
Nice.
Excuse me. I did a little fundraiser for Corporal Crow after his passing. We did tomato plants, and people would throw us donations in the bucket and take how many tomato plants they wanted. We did that one day and brought in like $350. I'd like to also talk about PTAM. When they first started their Facebook page, they had their first meeting on January 12th at the Pittsfield Public Library. That was at 11 o'clock actually. The end of the meeting, they said, I can't breathe. They said that they were going to be doing an event for the theater. And in the same breath, they said that the money that was brought in, they could not say or not, they may or may not say that it was going to the theater, if you know what I'm trying to say, because you was at that event when they said that they were going to do their fundraising. They were talking about that they couldn't guarantee if the money was going to go back into the theater, that the money that they got for themselves. And so at that point in time, I got up, I said, this is bullshit. I grabbed my keys and walked out, because if you're doing an event, all monies are going to said event, or it's the place that you like for the theater. So, with that being said, I don't trust them. I don't know what their motive is, and having Leslie work with us, I gave her 2 jobs to do, which was printing off the flyers and going for the t-shirt place. Well, she had problems with she couldn't print off the flyers because she was worried about ink running. And then another, for the other excuse, she had her wisdom teeth infected. I get that because I had bad teeth myself. But as far as with Leslie being connected to PTAN, I'm not going to be working with Leslie anymore. I don't want her on my subcommittee. I think the 3 of us are great, and I have another volunteer. They're willing to throw ideas at me and work with us, but I'm not working with Leslie on my subcommittee meeting anymore. And I think that was, and I'd like to address you. I'm not going to pull down anything that I write onto somebody else's Facebook account. I didn't say anything bad. All I said was that position was already taken. Thank you for your help. They said that they were willing to help us in every way. Well, it was a week. We put this out on Facebook. Did they show it? Did they share it? No. Then I don't see them helping us out at all. The little emails, I don't know if you read those that they put together and send out. They're kind of kicking us down. I don't like
I
that.
didn't get that.
Huh?
The group?
Yeah.
They're kicking us down?
Well, basically saying that we don't know what we're doing. We're here, there, and everywhere, which we kind of are because there's too many hands in the pot. I would like working with a small group. I was asked to be head of the subcommittee for the marketing, fundraising, and the events. So I think I would like to continue doing that by myself. I'll go out and find the events and come back and say, hey, I got an event, is this okay? And we go from there like that. I've also heard, Mr. McGlosky last night. With all the events coming up, we should all get together on the same page so that we're not doing events on the same day that they are. Because I didn't know about the Pinnacle event until after this was already done.
I don't think the Pinnacle is going to have a lot to do with that.
No, I know that, but I meant for up and coming events, like whoever has an event going on, we should try and be
Thoughtful
nice,
of that,
thoughtful,
yeah.
and let them do their own event, and we have ours. Because I did hear him, well, I watched the meeting last night, and he has some good thoughts that we should all get on the same page so that we're not stepping on everybody's toes and like say there's 5 events on that same day.
I think Heart of Pittsfield has a calendar that we should look at before we decide.
Keep running and,
Yeah.
right.
And I think the Bicentennial Committee also, they have,
We have a calendar.
yeah, so that way we don't.
Are you on with the Heart of Pittsfield's calendar also? Or
Well, the
you-
Heart of Pittsfield, it kind of is a amplifier for the Bicentennial Committee because we don't have a big following on the Bicentennial page, but Heart of Pittsfield has several thousand subscribers, basically. And so we originate our news on the Bicentennial page, and Heart of Pittsfield shares it.
Okay. Because I know we're on the Heart of Pittsfield. I put up what I've got. I don't know if I have that. I'll have to look. Excuse me. I know I have my movies listed.
Jane will amplify anything that you feed her.
No,
I had
so
asked her, I
now
can't
I've got
read
to-
tonight.
Yeah, I've got to look and see if I put that on there yet. So, because we just found out, so I said now I got to add that to the calendar.
I keep wanting to call him Dr. McCloskey because I used to go to him.
Yes,
So I'm like,
Jane
Mr.
is happy
McCloskey.
to pass along anything to give her.
Yes. I've got some more I could finish. I've been meaning to look at.
Mhm.
Okay. So, yeah.
But that's all I have to say. I'm good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's try to get back to our agenda a little bit. So we've talked about the comedy show. You guys are all set. Sounds like you don't need a thing.
No.
You're good.
Donna's got tickets. She sell them right there at the door. This is
So right
night
there,
out.
push
Now,
them.
do we have some to give out to the committees members?
Regular movie tickets?
No, the tickets.
No,
For the shows to
yeah.
sell.
You guys want to pay me?
No,
I got 'em.
I figured that we were gonna have, each person take some to sell.
Oh, no, it was just Amber, me, Shop and Save,
In the theater?
and, and in the theater. Yeah, we didn't want, am I misunderstanding something? Because I didn't think we wanted too many hands like that.
No, I'm fine with what you decided.
That's fine.
I mean, because that's what I thought we
So
agreed
that's why not
upon.
spread too thin.
Right,
That's fine.
because if everybody gets 50 tickets, I think Shop and Save will sell out good. And I told them to call me when they start getting low and I'll come run up another 50 or whatever.
Okay. Okay.
But I did I wrote to Amber, I did tell her that I had her tickets waiting for her.
All right, so we're good on that.
Okay.
So we had discussed last week or 2 weeks ago that we were gonna bring up about the candy prices. Is that something that we would like to move forward with tonight?
For March 1st?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm good with that. I know I can't vote, but I can say I'm good with it.
So we're gonna move forward with that. We'll make a motion to move forward.
What are we doing with that?
We're gonna discuss the candy prices.
Okay.
Let's discuss them.
Yes.
So right now there's a $3 one, a $2 one, $1.50,
Yeah, and $1.
Yeah.
and $1.
Yeah, the kids are $1. So that goes with the little combo. It works out really well for kids' movies.
I know this is going a little bit backwards. I am concerned about the comedy show and a cluster at the concessions. I know Jen has got a few nice ideas about maybe trying to streamline things a little bit. Did you want to discuss that about the comedy show? Or I know that's kind of going backwards, but
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, and she feels that she's able to do it with one person in there. So and there'll be other people there if you need help.
Right.
with anything.
Yeah.
So you
Just the
don't
two
wanna
people.
just have a couple
Yeah.
of size popcorns, you wanna have 4 or 5 different size popcorns?
Are we talking about just the comedy show?
Yeah, right now, just the comedy show.
Um,
Yeah.
I think it would be easier to just say we're just doing large and small today, or if you wanna do all
I
of
just,
them.
yeah, just, it's easy for the people to choose what size.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be selling too many kids size anyway. I can
And
see
then-
small, medium, and large, because there ain't gonna be no kids there. And
have
then
them
if
order
the
and
adult
then
buys
pick up.
that much, they're
Or
just
something
teasing
all the
their
time.
There was
selves.
2 in the discussion.
So what
Myself
Jerry's
and-
saying is I wish I had my price of candy here. So what you're saying, Jerry, am I understanding, you think there should be just a couple of prices for popcorn?
Well, I don't see that the kids, well,
Was selling that night?
yeah, I don't see.
So you don't think it's a concern?
Yeah, I don't see that we're gonna be selling any kids that night, cause it's adult night, and
We
I don't
usually sell
really
more
see.
medium anyway,
I don't
and
see
small.
another adult buying a kid-sized popcorn, cause that's basically teasing yourself.
I do it anyway.
It's like I could eat probably a small myself if I sat down and, you know.
List of candy that you gave us. I've got it somewhere in here.
Did you give it to all of us?
Oh, at one point, yep, she did.
I probably don't have it then, huh? Depending on how far back.
And I apologize for not having that ready. But, we do have a list of different candy prices. We do have a lot of different types of candy. What are your feelings on going up on these prices?
I was gonna bring it to your attention at a different time, but this is good, about going up anyway.
Yep.
At least, two, so, the one did the, at least to $2. Either going up 25 to 50 cents anyway in a lot of them, so this is.
So what's the main difference between the $1.50 and the $2 candies?
Right,
And
that's
could
what I
they
was
just
wondering.
all be?
That's what I was
in
gonna
one?
say too, can we do it all into one?
Lump
Yeah.
that all into a group.
I think it would be easier for you
Yeah.
and register and everyone else
So-
if we combine some of these prices together.
Yeah, your $3 ones are your bigger bags of candy.
Should they go up $1 to $4?
I think if they go up to
I
40,
think
I don't
that's too
think
much.
we're
They
gonna
won't sell.
sell. I mean, you do at the bigger theaters, but I don't know for, in our town, I don't feel that they would. Would you buy then for $4?
No.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, but you know what?
If I was there with a bunch of people to share with, that
We're all
might be different.
cheapskates
But if
at
I
this
just
point.
wanted something
Well, I'm
myself,
just
no, I
saying.
spend
Well, that's
$4
most
candy.
everybody.
The higher the prices, you're gonna start encouraging people to sneak more stuff in too.
Yeah, but our prices are too low now. We're not in line with even other small theaters.
I've checked over to Skowhegan. I'm pretty well in line with Skowhegan.
Yeah, I think
I've
so
gone
too,
over
it's pretty
there.
close.
Yeah, and I've gone down to Belfast, and I'm pretty in line with Belfast. I mean, they're a 3-screen theater, yes, but I have checked out. I've gone up to Dover Foxcroft myself, and
Bangor is way
Well, his
outrageous. I couldn't
was
even go to their
streamlined
movies.
to the max.
It's crazy.
Right.
He had box candy, and he also had a container, which was kind of interesting, but it just is going to add to the confusion. He had a container of 3 different types. One was maybe Skittles, the other one was maybe Reese's Pieces, and the other one was maybe M&M's. I can't remember exactly what they were, but they were bubbles. And you pull the bubble, you pull the tab, and you get about that much in a little container of candy, and they pour it into the popcorn. He said if people, I said, oh, well, not everybody really would want that in their popcorn. He goes, well, I've got these little cups. They were little clear cups. He said if somebody wants that, and they were $1. But other than that, I didn't see 16 different types of candies. I saw a nice professional rack. They took the candy out themselves, and it was a box of candy, and it was at least $3.
Because we can do away with the 150 candies and just do 3 and 2. We can do that way, so you're not doing that. Because I even thought about doing that, because sometimes they sell okay and others they don't. But your bigger candies do better. So that was something else I was going to bring up. So this is a good time to do that.
Yeah.
So we can do away with the smaller ones and keep the box and the other bigger candies where they're at and do away with those. It was just to give the kids some other avenue to go to do for the kids when they came. So we can not do those, or we can just go with others. I'm checking into a different vendor. I met with him today, since we're on this topic. I did go to Chris Peterson and gave me 2 different vendors. Only one got back to me. I've been trying to reach out to this other guy, and he's not returning my call. The other company is from Vermont instead. And like I said, I just briefly talked to him today, and he can't give me he gave me a book what they sell. They do not do much with the popcorn or oil or the popcorn bags. My vendor for that is out of New Jersey. Sam's is okay for popcorn kernels, but that's a lot of wear and tear on my vehicle, and I don't ask for my mileage on that. I do that. I use my time to go in to do that. So with that, I'd rather keep my vendor to do the popcorn and oil and my popcorn bags. I know it's a little bit more pricey, but it saves on my car and my time.
Did you Google maybe another one that was closer?
I have, and there isn't much. And I can use my other vendor I have been using, but they're a little bit higher still, so I switch companies that way. I have looked, and I keep checking different places too.
Right,
but
like
How
to get
often
the best.
do you have to go in to Sam's and get supplies?
not very often. Maybe twice a year right now, because we haven't got people coming in. But the more that we have more people in, the more supplies you're getting.
Yep.
Have you looked on, I buy a lot of stuff on eBay. Have you looked on eBay for stuff like that? Good.
But the vendors are so much easier to deal with, and because you have to have a purchase order too. So I have to keep that in mind. We're a town entity, and that's easier if you have a purchase order to do.
How much are the boxed candies? The ones that you have in the theater right now? Don't you have boxed candies like,
Chelsea
Shoes
shoes,
are
Yeah.
they're $3.
how much?
junior mints.
And junior mints are $3.
They're $3.
Yes. Twizzlers are $3. Your
How much do you pay for them?
That's what I was digging around
Right.
looking for.
Oh,
Yeah, because she's given us
that's a
this.
good question, but
I had it, and I don't think I have it either, and now.
I've got it somewhere in here. I'm kind of mad at myself for not.
Yeah, I've printed them out several times.
expenses.
Bear with me here.
Yep.
No, that's on that.
Can I just say that I buy a lot of candies that we run low on and can't get to the vendors or anything yet because we don't have enough for a big order. I will go to stores and I buy candies and I donate it
Yeah.
for there to do. And that's just my thing, because instead of going to the movies now all the time, I just do donations every week, be it cleaning supplies, candies needed, water's needed, and when we run low and things until we get enough for an order.
Right.
I just volunteer.
I don't
that.
have it, yeah.
Maria,
Now,
that is really nice
when you
of
go
you.
out and buy like
Well, I
that, how
care about
much?
the theater, like I said, and I
I
used to
know,
go
I'm-
all the time, and I put in the donation bucket. So now
Their
I just see a
prices
need,
are-
and I do what I can.
Their prices are about like the theater prices, right?
And with,
Well, at the store, like,
Yeah.
and like I was talking
That
with
sounds
Chris, if we get supplies from him, then they're gonna go up on the price to make it so that.
so he's not letting you go in on his order, he's trying to make a
Exactly.
profit on it.
So
Oh.
it's not gonna really work. So I said my next thing was to go over and talk to, to talk to Walmart and see what, if they're gonna do the same thing. If so, then I'm better off doing my vendors and going with a different vendor. And this vendor, I wish this other guy would get back to me because he's out of Gardner, and to see what he has to offer.
Well, my thoughts right this moment is I'm opposed to you having to run around look for stuff like that. I would rather have you have one person, 2 people, vendors you're calling them,
Yes.
come and bring what you need. Try to find the cheapest one, which
And
you
that's-
know you do.
Yes.
I don't particularly like the idea of her having to run to Walmart or run up to
Right,
Bud's or
she's
run all
wasting her
around.
time.
She's an hourly person that costs time and money when she needs to be doing other stuff. She does have a vendor that brings her stuff.
But she was just saying that she did this on her own time with her own vehicle and
That-
gas.
That was just for the popcorn. Am I
No,
right?
and the small
She-
candies.
Right, she's
From
going
Sam's.
to Sam's Club
The small candies.
The
the
bags.
little
on her
ring
own
pops.
time.
Right, and
And
airheads
gas.
and.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, I got the impression that you were going to Walmart and buying boxed candies and stuff
No,
like
I was
that.
gonna check
No?
with them to see if we could do it through them, but if they're gonna be like Bud's, then that's not gonna be our.
Right,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So like I said, Chris gave me 2 names of 2 different people for
Mm-hmm.
different vendors. This other person, his name is, Kingsley.
Can I make a suggestion? Can we table this for, I know we wanted to do this for March 1st. It's not gonna happen. Can we table this for the next meeting?
Because
And
I
then you
know-
have a list of
I-
prices like we were talking
Wait,
about.
well, we have another
But,
meeting before?
I know
And-
Next
with
week. but-
Yeah.
the guy
Next week.
The first
Jim,
is
with
Friday,
Jim,
right?
his,
Yeah.
because my prices I have
So if we had
Wednesday and
our,
then Friday.
to
would be
go
the
by,
first
and what
one.
he was showing me.
right, if we had our
His
meeting
prices are
next
even gonna be cheaper
Wednesday,
than Sam's.
and then she could
They are?
start it
Yes.
right then, on the 1st of the month.
But I said, so that's
on
good,
when
and I
vendors
asked him
start.
too about
Huh?
his turnover.
Depends on
So
when
if
the
I did
vendor
up the
can start.
application tomorrow, got that
Well,
done,
she's already got
and
stuff
fax that, can-
already in
I
hand
start
for
ordering.
sale, so
Next week.
and
I
have
don't
it
see
come
why
for
we'd have to wait
whenever it came.
till after
Because
the
right
event,
now, I have to see,
if we got stuff already for sale.
doing what Maria's doing, is going over and getting candy, because I don't have any candy on hand.
Okay.
Because we've been waiting. And so I like to go with this vendor, he's out in Vermont, because I'm not getting, his name is Jim Lagrassi. And at least I can get it going, and he's cheaper than what I've been doing.
Okay.
And he's in Vermont, and the freight or the gas fuel, they charge you for that. So it's
Like a delivery fee.
big, right, and that's down. So I'm like, fine, then I can go forward with him and say, yes, I have looked at these other places, and this is the, because I have to do that anyway. And say, yes, I looked at 3 different places, and this is our cheapest one, so we can go with this one.
Okay.
And that way I don't have to come back to you guys, I just do that automatically. You know what I mean?
I do.
That's what I've always done, and then Catherine lets the council know, because any contracts we do, we have to go through the council. So I make up my quote sheets, and then I give to Catherine, and Catherine brings it to them and say, yes or no, we can use them. And
Well, last
so-
night I brought up the subject of bringing up the prices of candy, and I saw a lot of heads on the council shaking their
Yeah.
heads yes.
Yeah.
So So I suggest that we table this till next time. You talk to the second guy that's not getting back to you, see what he has to say.
Yeah, I'm trying. I feel like I'm bugging him because he hasn't returned my call. But I
Well,
said,
I know, unfortunately.
it's just the 2 names that Chris gave me. So.
Yeah, yeah. And, delve into it a little more. Can you next week bring
I wonder
the
who
price that you have
Bangor
right now for the
used.
candies? The one that we've all been digging for. Can you bring us each one? Can you put it in our packet?
Yeah, the
Thank you.
misters that
Again.
disappeared, the
I
candy.
know, Ann. I know. I was just looking for that.
Pricing
too.
misters
I don't
that
know.
disappeared.
And so we're gonna table that till next week. Talk about it some more. Any issues with that? Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
All right. So we had talked about last time.
Did you call around to like your other local theaters and see who they used? Yeah.
Yep. I use the same vendors I do.
Okay. Just
Yep.
figured I'd ask.
Yeah. I do have that.
So we had kind of talked
they
about
used to.
visions, what our vision was for the theater coming up. Our goals, the path we kind of wanted to take. And we had I had kind of put it out there that I would hope that everybody would look at it on their own time, just what a nonprofit was, so they would understand what we were talking about if we were to decide. I mean, we don't know to decide unless we know what we're talking about. So, Jen, would you like to start that conversation on what your vision is for our theater and down the road?
First of all, I don't think it's our choice of what's going to happen with the theater. That is ultimately with the council and what they decide to do. So I think if we bring them a couple different ideas, that would be, I think that's what they're looking for from us. But my vision for the theater is I would love to see it to be like a performing arts center as well as a movie theater. So that way we can get the community involvement, get the schools in there doing shows, if there's any small dance theaters and or studios and get them to have some recitals
burlesque.
there or
Burlesque.
I don't know, I was thinking kids dance studios in the area if they want to do recitals there.
Oh, I was talking like other shows we could put on or have come into the theater.
Yeah, just different live events and independent movies and make it someplace that the town is really proud of. I think the town really likes having the theater here. When I first moved here, everybody's like, "Did you know we have a theater?" And everybody loves it. So making it bigger and part of the community more and getting out there and I don't know if staying municipally owned would allow us to grow that big, just as the nature of being in government. We've already been told we can't have online ticket sales and we can't have online donations because it has to go through the state and they don't have that program set up for us. So I think there's some restrictions that way to making it this big grand thing, which the nonprofit route would allow us to do. It would allow us, I think, more grant opportunities with the nonprofit. So that would be my ideal is kind of going that way and seeing what it can really blossom into. I think we get a lot of support from the town and other societies and people within the town as well. Yeah.
Thanks. Patty, would you share with us?
Yeah. I feel a lot of what Jen does, I'd like it to see it to be a community place, for adults and kids, for things to happen with the schools, live events for us all to enjoy, different things. I like having independent movies. It would be great if we could have that be like a regular thing to promote within Maine. I'm not sure about the nonprofit aspect of things now, where the theater's not floating on its own right now. If we went into a nonprofit thing, I think we're setting ourselves up to failure right at this point in time. There may be something down the road once things really start generating some revenue in the theater, that would be something we could look into. But I don't know, they're just.
I'm with you on that,
Yeah, I was feeling the
because
same.
we are kind of a sinking ship, and we wouldn't wanna take over such sinking ship
Right.
until we start getting it going and stuff.
Right. So
Actually bringing in people and getting their interest.
Well, can we let Patty finish on, and then you can have your say?
I just did, that was it. Sorry, Patty.
That's okay. Because, you know, just as far as the nonprofit thing, that's my only concern, is that we would be setting the theater up to fail if we move too quick into possibly going with the nonprofit status. You know, where it's not, it doesn't have the revenue right now to stand on its own. You know, we would have to be relying on an awful lot of donations and sponsorship and things to keep the theater going, and I don't think we're right there yet. So,
Kat, you want to add anything to what you just said?
No, I'm on boat with her.
Okay. Do you want to add anything?
No, I feel the same as Patty and Jen both. I feel that we need to be a movie theater plus / a event center, or
Yeah.
however you want to word that.
yeah.
And we do need, I have looked up nonprofit and stuff several times, and I agree with that too, that we need to be able to be on our, have the income to be able to go out on our own first. And it's not there at this point. There's other ways we can bring in revenue, yes, but are we there at this point? I don't see that we are. So I have to agree with Patty with that.
My turn. So I envision a renovated theater that's going to take a great deal of fundraising, and we have for years been trying to do the fundraising, and I have sat on this committee for years, and I have asked, and I've been told that grants are dried up. This is not going to happen. I'm going to have to look into more ways to bring money in, and this is from our town manager. I'm not poo-pooing her. I'm saying this is what I've heard. She's tried, and I've heard repeatedly, grants have dried up, funds have dried up. I think it's great what we're doing. It's necessary. It's what we're going to have to do. With what we're doing, even with a comedy show, what would you say we're going to make in tickets that night?
2,500.
Okay. Do you understand that with what Rochelle has brought to us, that will cover 1 week's worth of running that theater? 1 week.
If we snow, it won't. I mean, if it snows, the money will be gone in a day.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So we need to put
So
on
we need to really think about, my vision is, the town has had it a long time. The town has not been able to sustain it. It's time, in my world, to look at a different route. There are a plethora, I'm not even saying that right, of grants out there for nonprofit theaters and nonprofit performing centers and nonprofit this and that. There is a lot of money out there, and we can't get a hold of it because being part of a municipality is keeping us from doing it. We are the only ones in the state, and we're proud of it. We're the only ones in the state because everybody else has figured out it's not working. The theater has been owned for 45 years by the town. The town manager is overwhelmed with running the town. She can't get she's a nice lady, she's doing what she can, she's one person. This is a business that is not substantial enough at this point to run its own. It needs donations, it needs grants, it needs eyes on it that are gonna bring this theater back and make it the building, not just the movies and the performings, but the building is in serious need. And we can have fundraiser after fundraiser. It's not enough. It's not enough. That building needs $1 million. We could have 1 million comedy shows and still not make enough money. I'm not poo-pooing the efforts that are being put in here. I think it's tremendous. This is what we should be doing. It's great. We've been trying to do it for years. But it's not working. The way it's been is not working. And if we continue on this route, it's not working. That's my vision. I would love to see a brand new marquee up. I'd love to see new carpets put down, things freshened up and new. The ceiling, when I'm looking at a movie, the rain's not coming down, which has happened many times when I've been there. It's just, it needs more.
Now, once somebody else took over, would this bill that the town has be washed away? Or do we carry that bill, the debt? How does that work? That's a good question.
Well, the
'Cause
debt
it
is the town's.
Yeah.
The town would allow us, from what I understand, and I could be totally wrong, Jerry, the town will allow a nonprofit to take over the business. They would still own the building. We would have to, the nonprofit is going to be a larger group of people, and it's going to, I envision 12 to 15 people. And they're going to be people that are business people that want to see this succeed, along with hopefully us. And the town is running it at a deficit anymore. It doesn't want the deficit anymore. It's going to close this place in June. Donna's going to be without a job in June. That is only 4 months away. Something has got to be done.
So do you think with going nonprofit is going to, because like I said, I have looked, nonprofit takes 3 to 12 months to become a nonprofit.
It takes 3 years to become a nonprofit. And what would happen is we would have to be under the umbrella of another nonprofit.
Because I saw 3 to 12 months, not years.
I think it's
It might have been a
years.
different.
It takes years. And we would have to be under an umbrella of another nonprofit.
So
There are
who
other
would-
nonprofits in town that are willing to take us on.
And who would that be?
The Historical Society, which is a nice collaboration because they're historical, we're kind of,
Okay.
the
And-
arts and the history.
So
and
if we went on with them, does it still take that long, Anne? Does it take?
It- under
So
my-
I think with that, we would have to come up with a business plan and idea and present it to them and show them how we would make it work, and then
Right, I'm
we
just
would
saying,
have
will it still take the three years to do?
to get on our
No.
own.
if you want to
Yes.
trade on your own property.
They're kind of like the babysitter of us.
Right,
They
I
kind of
understand.
oversee what we're
And
doing.
I was just wondering if it would still take that long. No, I understand what you were saying.
Mhm. It's something to look into. We don't have to do it tonight, but it's something to look into. It's good to get the vision from everybody. We all want this place to succeed. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about that, or we wouldn't be here. But anyways,
And then all volunteers inside.
no, there would be employees, and yeah, there would be hopefully a lot of volunteers. And you've been down maybe to the, down to the Opera House.
And one of them.
Yep, and they have people that are called angels. And they got little pins, and they take people around to their rooms. Well, they develop a kind of a network of volunteers. And generally, our experience has been people will volunteer, people will come, they'll tell us, they'll give us all their ideas, and then they're gone, which has been our experience. But the hope is that we would get a network of people and have a core amount of people that know what they're doing that could help out do different things.
What was your question, Patty? Did you have a question?
No. No, thank you.
Okay.
All right, with that all being said, we obviously all want this to work really bad, one way or another.
So,
Right.
so
You
that
just
takes
have to do more work.
3 to 5 years. Pretty much, right?
I think 3 years is probably a good
It's like a
guess.
marriage. You make it 5 years.
You make it.
It's actually
You're
7.
doing good.
7 actually.
It's like a marriage.
So we've had lots of great discussions tonight, and PTAN didn't show up. I even put them on the agenda. I'm sorry you feel the way you do. And it
They
is
said
something.
it right at their meeting about that they wanted to do a fundraiser.
Well, I did
You
see
was
you.
right
I
there.
saw you grab your keys and say, "I'm
They
getting out
said-
of here." Now I know what she was talking about.
They said that they can or cannot say that the money that they were gonna have for their fundraiser is gonna go back into the
I
theater.
think they were talking about doing fundraisers for themselves
Well,
as a group, not a fundraiser for the theater, because they're trying to start, I think.
well, they were trying to save the theater, and that's why we all got together, right?
Yeah, I think they're
And then they
fundraising.
started talking about fundraiser right at the end of our meeting.
I think they were fundraising for themselves to get the supplies they need in order to become something that could fundraise for us. That's how
I didn't need no supplies. I got paper, pens, magic markers.
Maybe they don't.
You really don't need no supplies. I went out, made a few phone calls. I had people donating. You don't need a fundraiser for yourself to do a fundraiser for someone else. And I'm sorry if I sound ignorant here, the way that they put it, sketchy. That's why I don't trust them. And I don't want to be working with Leslie anymore, because every time I gave her something to do, she'd drag me out for 3 or 4 days and then tell me she can't do it. Well, that's time you just took away from me when I could have had the job done. I questioned their motives right there since day one when they had that, and their credibility went downhill.
But we've also voted for you to take over the marketing part of that.
Right.
So they're just hoping,
Yeah.
but you have the full reign of it.
Right, but I don't need anybody that's not helping me out on my
Right.
committee. I gave her several opportunities, and it's just a waste of my time. Why am I talking to her when I can just do it myself and get the job done?
Yeah.
I delegated myself, I'm doing it.
I did put out to Sarah about anybody that she and I were having a discussion, and she said that she could put it on their Facebook page. I never said nay or yay. So I can understand how she can interpret that, because I never got back to her. She said, I can do that. So I take responsibility for that we were looking for members from the community. I know that we need a business person that can help us with the business plan. And I do appreciate all the efforts that have been. I would love, for my own personal interests, to have somebody come and discuss marketing with us. You're doing a great job. I don't want you to get burnt out either.
No, this is what I've been doing for a while. I
And
know what I'm
I see
doing.
you thrive on it, which is
Right.
great. We're going to use that.
And I also have a buddy that said that I can use him from afar.
Oh, good.
Because he's not Pittsfield.
Yeah.
He's Shane Grant.
Yeah.
He said he'd also help toss around ideas and put things together for us.
Yep.
For future
Well, we did.
benefits, or however you want to label it.
When we decided to do these subcommittees, we all voted, and I think it's in our minutes, that we would have 3 from the committee and 3 from the outside. I say outside. I think I should rephrase that. The community. The community. And I personally, I understand where you're coming from. I do. And I respect that. The committee I'm on, I welcome some outside feedback. That's all. I understand, have to respect other people's feelings. So I did put it out there that we could use a professional person to help us put together. It's been 12 years since I put together a business plan, and it was a lot of work. And, it would be nice to be refreshed about that, because it's a lot of stuff you got to put in a business plan. So with that, does anybody else have anything that they want to?
So with Sarah putting out on Facebook that we're looking for members, it's for the outside of the
community.
You want the community, because it words that we need 2 committee members. But I looked at that and I'm like, we don't need committee members. It's not the way it was worded. It looks like you were looking for people on our committee,
Right.
not for
And
the community.
that's how she put it out there.
So I'm
But
like,
no, we're
I'm like,
looking
oh
for
my gosh.
people for a subcommittee.
right,
you know,
because
It'd be
when I
nice
read
to
that,
have somebody, and I have put some feelers out there.
because I'm like, oh
To
my gosh, I don't, because
A
I left
marketing and
Nicole.
business person that just graduated from college, that's now working in town, and I'm hoping that he'll
Well, that will be good.
come on board. I mean, nice, fresh young people.
Right.
It would be
'Cause there's
awesome.
not a lot. But when I read that, Ann, I was looking, because I even went up to Nicole and I'm like, Nicole, are we looking for members that I don't know?
No.
Didn't know.
No.
So that's
We do
how
have one vacancy.
Yeah, well.
Well, as soon as
yeah,
the letter comes through.
Exactly,
Right.
right, and when that does, then he's more than welcome, whoever else wants to come on board.
Yeah.
I
No,
said, I
I
can't
think
pick
that
that or
was
anything.
making this worded. Those were
Right.
not my words.
Okay.
They were
Because-
subcommittee people.
Okay, because I'm like, because I went to Nicole and I'm
Sub,
like.
no, not
That's why I
subcommittee.
got a phone
Oh,
call. I've been
okay.
trying for 2 days to get
I was
that.
like, I didn't
Because
hear
I
that.
could understand that we're looking for 2 more committee members,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I thought we had full.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I understand. I'll let her know that tomorrow, so you won't have to get back to her.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I've tried twice.
Right.
2 days now. And
Well,
let me
like
tell you,
this
the
other
girls
guy-
upstairs are tired when it comes 5 o'clock.
Yes,
Because
it
that
is.
phone is shut off at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
5:01.
They
It's-
work their butts off up there.
It's off. Because that's when I get out of work. I can't blame them. They've
Yeah,
been
they've
dealing
done
with people
a
all day.
wonderful job.
So anyways, anybody got anything they want to add? You have Anything, Sarah, that you would like to add?
I don't, I'm in the input mode.
Oh, good.
Can I just let everybody know, they do have the credit card machines,
Alright.
Awesome.
but the
Oh no,
downside
the
is.
butt. The butt.
I'm sorry, because I was excited when I talked to Michael and he told me that they are in, but we're still waiting on the state. Still waiting on the state.
We could be waiting a while.
Because he was.
Are they in the theater, like actually physically there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I got to see one.
I got to touch it.
No, I didn't even get to do that. But when we do get up for the theater, it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to need to spend some money on tablets possibly. And I also talked to her about a different vendor maybe that instead of going with what the town is doing, I've had through emails of other vendors that are willing to come in maybe and see if she's willing to do that way and go into the accounts. So I don't know. I gotta look through my emails again and look.
Which way would it be cheaper? I mean,
You still
like
gonna
there's a
have to-
percentage when
You're
they
still gonna
swipe.
have to do a percentage, even with the state, you still have to pay us a percentage, right? That was correct. After
I
so
thought that-
much, it was a,
I thought the customer was paying it,
right,
not theater.
Yeah.
so it would be a little bit different, but I can look on,
So say somebody comes to you with that $500 donation because it's coming up, and they swipe their credit card, they're gonna be paying a big fee on their end after they've already
2.5%.
after they already gave $500.
Right,
I don't
exactly.
think that's right.
yeah.
And
I think
I'm
that
under
needs
the
to-
impression, maybe you guys, I was reading, if somebody buys a ticket for $6, they're gonna be charged $1 on top of that.
Yes, they are. That's anywhere though.
No.
No,
No?
no,
No.
no.
Usually the.
Usually it's the
Usually it's the
business.
merchant,
Yeah, the
and we're not
merchant.
a merchant, so. When I had my flower shop, somebody came in and bought one carnation, and they swiped their card, I
That
had
one
to
on her,
pay
yeah.
a percentage of that amount,
Right.
because
Which
I was
was-
a merchant.
Usually it's taken right, literally it's taken right from there as soon as you swipe it. So it's not like you're seeing it, but you know.
Right, they, whatever the percentage was, I don't remember. I might have made $500, we'll say, in a day, and they'll deposit that minus their fees
Yeah.
into my account 2 days later. So you don't have to do the paperwork with them. And that's another advantage of being
Right.
I just remembered, Donna, you said yesterday that we don't have to take it to the town
Oh,
council about
thank
the
you.
time.
Yes.
You can
For
just
the
do it?
time.
Yeah, we can do it. I'm
Wait.
sorry.
Yeah, you don't need to bring it to the council. The only thing we need to bring to the council is if we change prices, like in the box office or in the concession. That we have to bring to the council. But for time changes, we do not.
So,
So
I
shall we
thought
vote? I think we had talked about starting March 1st, because that's
Yeah.
Friday, so it'd be a
Yes.
new movie.
Yeah.
To start the movie
Perfect.
at 7, and doors open at
That's
6:30.
6:30.
I make that motion.
But we already had voted on that a couple
Did
weeks
we?
ago.
Yeah.
That it was gonna change.
Let's do it.
I think we're all set with that.
We just had to go in front of
We
the
thought we had
council,
to
we
go to
didn't
the
know
council and
advance.
ask Calvin
Yeah.
about that. We don't.
and so, but my question is, what are we going to do about Dollar Night? You
I
can't buy a
personally
candy bar.
don't like Dollar Night. I'm
You
sorry.
can't buy a candy bar for $1 anymore.
Right.
Now, can we just ask, Donna, if we go up on prices for admission, is that gonna make any difference at all? Or does all that, what we go up on, is that gonna go into the percentage of what the movie people will get? So it really won't matter if we do go up,
The other, you
because they
still-
go by percentage.
Right, but it does, no, we can set the prices that we want. It doesn't change the Well, it kind of.
She already has a $3 and 3 and what?
5.
3, 1, 3
So-
and 5.
Right.
So you can do that, because the movie companies can't tell us what our prices are going to be. You, the committee, can decide that. You're still gonna pay the $250 or $300 royalty. That is
Right.
the bottom line. That is, if you go over the 250, that's when the percentages come in. And I'd like to take over booking the movies by March 1st.
Great.
If that's okay. I'm
That's
gonna
more
start.
than okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
It's gonna be a lot of work at first. How much work, I don't know.
You'll get the hang of it. You'll
Right,
Be a,
You'll be a pro.
you'll be a pro, yeah.
3 months from now, you'll be a pro.
Right, but, no, it's just getting everything set up, and that's nothing that you guys can help me with,
Okay.
okay? I'm gonna have to start doing letters to all the film companies. Do away with my booker, I gotta write him a letter. I say March 1st because I've already got, when is my movie?
I'd do a generic letter.
Well,
and
I
then write
will,
the
I
name
will.
in.
I gotta look at this, cause I might say, I might tell him no. I might do it so that it ends for this month, is what I'm looking at. I gotta see where I'm at. Or, so that we don't have to pay him for the month of March, is what I'm looking at, okay? So I can tell him we're done on Thursday the 28th, and get all this stuff done, so that we're not paying him. Is that a 5-week, so it'd be 350 or whatever,
Awesome.
you know, so, and I can get in touch with John. I have already talked to Andy. I don't know Andy's last name. He's with Warner Brothers. So I have his contact, so I can, and he told me to contact him anytime. And I can reach out to John, and John will also, John Moore, I believe is his last name, over to Miller Gage Cinema.
Awesome. Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome. I just had something obviously pop in my head. The Center Theater is taking out their chairs, their seats, and they're ours if we want them. I have been trying to connect with Jim. He is not on our board yet, but to go up and take a look at them if anybody else wants to go too.
I would like to, if that's okay.
I don't know that they're the greatest.
That's
I
a-
personally
I just-
love what we have.
I need to find out if they're slanted.
They are.
They are slanted?
Otherwise, I wouldn't even be talking about
Okay,
them.
and how soon are they compared to, because I know the ones over, if we can hold off, but the ones over to Miller Gage are really in good shape, and,
They're high back.
yeah.
My only concern is we need to measure to see if our theater is at a slant enough to accommodate that high back. Your chairs may be a better deal. Well, it's a good deal because they're giving them to us, but they might be better chairs.
And they have the cup holders, and they do recline a little bit.
The only concern I have about that
And these,
is, do we have the room in our little old theater?
and I have been to their theater, and sat in their chairs.
And I know they're awesome, but my concern is,
I thought they were tiny.
do we have enough space to like have,
I don't think it's any worse, Ann, than with ours that recline now. Because, I mean,
ours
Because
sits back, right?
well, kind of, you're reclining. They're called swing back chairs. So
Are you talking the ones we have now?
Yes.
Ours are called swing back.
Yes.
Okay.
And they came in 19.
I love them. I would
We can refurbish them,
I
but
would
it'd
like
be
to
hard.
see how much it would be.
It's around 300, it was around 300.
They're not nearly as pretty as yours.
No. That's the only, yeah, they're more like a, I didn't feel that they were comfortable. And I've gone to, sorry, but,
It's all right.
and I have gone to other theaters, and I've gone into older theaters, and you do not find seats like ours.
I know,
You
so,
don't, and I don't know where,
Where did you
JR
get the quote for 300?
that's what it was years ago. To refurbish them.
so may I ask you a question?
I can't remember, Jen. So we'd have to figure out if it's still around that price or not. Excuse me, because that, it's 2005, so it's longer than
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Maybe, right?
Um,
When they were looking at all the other things, but
did the seats come off?
you can take the, yeah, because I don't have it in my budget, and I haven't for a long time. I was dealing with Lighthouse Leather over in Etna. And I think I was taking out like 10 to 15 seats at one point. Because the back and the bottom comes apart. And then we just switched them out with some others that weren't that great, but
Right.
it wasn't the time, so you don't lose any of your seating. And I think that was like 500, and he was coming over to, I had to buy the material, because I have to make sure that it's flame retardant. I got the material, and he put all the foam in, if it needed new foam, he reupholstered it, he'd come over and get my seats and bring them back to me when they were finished.
Wow.
And Bill and I would put them back together.
Well, that was $500 a seat.
No, that was like for 10
Oh,
to 15.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, I need
That's what I put.
$500 for 15 seats?
Yeah, but I don't know what he would charge now. That was years ago, you know, because everything else takes my budget. And
Yeah.
I still didn't know.
And that was why Andrew put out quite a while ago that we need somebody, you know,
And if,
that
Oh,
can go and
man.
do that. We upholster the seats for free.
Well,
And I don't know if she ever heard from anybody.
because I have even.
that is only $33 a seat. That's damn
People
cheap.
to sponsor it and put their name on it.
That's
Yeah,
damn
I don't
cheap.
know how much he will charge now, because I haven't used him for years.
But that was Lighthouse Leather?
Let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Instead of buying, would you be opposed to, I'll contact them, I know Mike Penland, going over to
Yes, I guess.
Almies
I mean, yeah.
and ask them if they have the appropriate, because you need the flame retardant,
Right, they,
velvet,
I've already checked with them.
you have.
Yeah. Well, I haven't recently, let's put it that way. I have in the past, and they have not had the fabric. So they might now.
Sponsor too.
But they've done the curtains
They have been.
Yeah.
What curtains?
at the theater.
No.
No, not at
No.
all? Don't they
No.
did a few years back?
No.
No?
No.
Wow.
That I had to order. See?
Ah, see, that's what somebody had shared with me that they
No.
done those like
I had to
really
order them because they are also flame retardant.
retarded. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Thank God for Bill. I said, that's why I said I miss Bill at times.
Sure you do.
Because he brought in his sewing machine from home, and we found some chain, and we hemmed them.
Weighted it down?
Yeah, and we hemmed them.
Yeah.
You know, just different things, you know, because then I'm like, oh my gosh, who am I going to get to do this? Or so now I have to rely on a lot of the town food for stuff, and which is good.
Would you be
So we
opposed
can
to,
do that. I can check and see if they have the material. And what is she lives on Main Street. She's a teacher.
Main Street teacher?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Terry White.
No, Terry's on Somerset.
Oh, why do I think that's
Main
me?
Street?
Yeah, she lives right close to the Bertrams. But
Shorey.
she-
Shorey.
Yes. Kim, is that her name?
Kim
Yes.
Shorey.
Yes, she does reupholstering. And because I said I need something like that. And if I got the material, we can do a little bit at a time. If we got our work bee together,
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll take, I don't know how much the foam is and stuff like that.
I agree. I've done stuff like that in the past, but
I've
I
never
have to
done that.
tell
I've
you,
done
for
crochet and stuff and sewing.
$34 a piece. If we
I-
could get something near that, I think that's worthwhile.
Yeah.
We could have a row done, 2 rows done at a time.
You're just not gonna have the cup holders, and then,
I don't have a problem with cup holders. I think
because
that-
people want cup holders.
I know, but I personally wonder, I personally wonder the way we have our theater set up and the way we have so many seats, and they are pretty close together. If
Not
there's
some.
room
Not
for
as-
cup holders.
We have more room than some,
Yeah.
believe me. Yes, we do.
Donna, if we were to get those seats from the narrow gauge, who would install them?
Oh, I have people that are willing to volunteer to put them in.
Oh,
Oh, yes, not a problem.
and why wouldn't we want to do that?
There's no reason why we wouldn't want
I
to do
think
that,
we were
other
just
than we
talking
need to
about-
measure, make
We're-
sure that they're
Right, and I can
appropriate
talk
seats.
to Deb De Niro because she and I,
Theater, theater,
I-
theater.
she was in not too
These
long
would be
ago
more
and took
modern
all kinds of
seats.
measurements of the theater.
So if we
She's
wanted to go
done,
more modern,
Like,
then yeah, let's go for it. But if we wanted to
Keep
the
with the vintage
nostalgia
look.
and the vintage and trying to read
I mean,
ours.
everywhere, measurements.
Why?
The engineering part of it. And she loved it, and she's got all the measurements already. And if I took her over with me to narrow gauge, she would tell me if those seats are gonna be okay for our theater.
Who is this person?
Oh, De Niro.
Oh, I thought you said Deb, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, maybe I did, but it's fine.
Oh, that's very good.
She would be able to tell us if the ones over there would be okay to be put in.
I'm just concerned that we're gonna miss out. Do we
Yeah.
just wanna forget about this, because I've gotta let Patrick know, I don't have to today, but I mean, it was
Honestly,
an opportunity to
right,
get
I
some
don't really like
seats.
his seating. I thought they're too stiff. They're worse than ours.
I love ours, I love the old deco one.
And we can spray paint them. I have one at the theater. I have not put it inside the theater, but we had it reupholstered and it looks really nice. And we did the side in black and gold and it looked really, really nice.
Well, you know, there's companies in town that have paint shops,
If we can
yeah,
get them.
there's multiples, we'll work on them. Are we done for tonight, ladies?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Do you have, Mike, do you have anything?
A 2-hour
No.
brainstorm.
Nothing.
I think we did
No,
all right.
listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
Larry, do you have anything to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, it does. And I'll start
Go.
plugging away.
I had a
and
question,
looking for stuff.
we didn't go over the, reports from the finance committee, and I was
We
wondering.
didn't meet.
They didn't meet or anything, it's like, are they gonna do up a report so that we can all, everyone here can see it and see what
We
they've
didn't
come up
meet
with
the
for
last 2
numbers
weeks.
and all that?
We weren't able to meet with the accountant one week, and then there were too few of us that could meet last week. So our plan is this week, right?
Cause you had said something about Rochelle, what numbers that she had, so it's like, we'd like to see how much does it cost to run the theater a week? How much is it for everything, all the numbers that Mike was looking for,
Like the candy.
you know, so we can
blah, blah,
see,
blah.
are we just wasting time dealing with candy, is that even a point, you know, it's like, I mean, really, I mean, that's not what's gonna keep the theater afloat, is changing candy prices, that isn't gonna
Right.
help at all.
Right.
You know, it's like, it just seems like it's wasting time, and it's like dealing with little petty things for the candy and the popcorn, when we need to get revenue. We need to get people in the seats, that's what we wanted all along.
Well, we got March
And how do we
2nd
do that?
coming.
So we've got 2 events coming up, we need to try and do maybe 2 a month
Mm.
to help
yeah.
sustain the theater.
I know there's some people who would like once a week.
Yes.
Yeah?
We'll build on it.
But
Right,
is
it's
there
like, are we
enough
even gonna
to
see
do
about
once a
closing?
week though?
A couple
We'll build
days.
on it.
Because that's what we need. And like I said, it's,
What would you guys think of a burlesque show or?
yay!
I think anything you come up with,
Can we
probably
do
is a good
the-
idea. I have no idea.
How about Chips and Dales? No, I'm just kidding.
I have no problem with that either.
I don't, okay, aye.
Girls' night out. I got no problem with that.
And I thought we would have the dinner be full.
Well, maybe one of us ought to get on that.
So,
I think we're moving in the right direction here.
yes,
Anything else from you?
come on, Chips and Dale. I'm just kidding.
No, I just want, you know, like I said, just about the detailed reports on the where the finances are at, because usually what we get from once a month, it doesn't really go in depth as to where the money is at and how much is, you know, the report's gonna change it all and all.
When I do get that, I'm gonna get together with Rochelle.
She's been good help.
Yes,
Yeah.
I really enjoy.
All right, so we're all gonna meet next week?
Yes, you.
With Patty can't meet every Wednesday, is that correct?
Yeah.
She can only meet certain Wednesdays, and I told her that is fine, that she can,
You can only do what you can do.
and we'll keep you on and keep you informed.
Okay, good. And if I know it's coming up, I'll just email like I did before, just.
Yeah. And Amber said we voted on anything I could vote in for her.
So, have we decided, are the movie prices gonna change from March 1st along with the hours?
Is that
Or
have
did
to
that
go
have-
through the council because
did
of
that
the
have to go
price
to the
change?
council?
That's the price change, so that would have to go, but the hours does not, but the price change has to go through council.
They were
See, we
for it.
keep bringing it up, and
Yeah,
it's like, well, we
I
gotta see
thought
about
they-
going up on
When I was
ticket
watching
prices
them
and all.
last night, I
Bring
thought
that
they
with the
were
finance committee.
all right with us.
Next week.
What's that, Jen?
Next week, after the finance committee meets, we've been looking at that, so we'll bring
Right,
all that to the
So-
meeting next week, so that way we can talk about it and get it on for the next town council meeting.
right.
Because a lot of
Just take
people
some
don't seem to
prices.
be bothered by if we go up on, you know, $1 if it's $2 night,
Or do we want to do even dollar?
or even do $1 night, or have it just $3.
If we do a live show every week, because it doesn't matter. I said, even if you do a show during the week, people will come out, it depends. I feel, because it depends on what the show is. You're gonna have people come,
Oh, people will come on Monday night or Tuesday night.
right, so,
Well,
so with doing the movies, that is fine. You still just gotta pay the rental fee.
my thought, the whole idea, one of the ideas I thought about Dollar Night was for folks and families that were,
Because we have big families that come on Monday. It depends on the movie though, too. You
I,
can have big families like 9
Mm.
that come in, and that's their way of coming in.
that was the thought about movie night. Some of us hated to get rid of the Dollar Night because a dollar can't get you a candy bar anymore. So that's just, it's just not feasible anymore to hire people to come and work and be able to pay them and pay for the movie. It can't happen anymore. I don't know if there's an alternative.
What do you want to do for an alternative?
Can it be a $2 Tuesday, or $2
You can.
Thursday
You can do whatever you guys need to do.
afternoon?
Or Wednesday, do a Wednesday matinee and do away with your evening show where it
That's
doesn't do anything.
Kind of what I
Or-
was saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
We can
so
try
there's
something.
something that we're giving to our community, you know. It's just a thought. It's the thought for
Or
us
you
to
can do, if you go up on your prices for $1, if you went up $1, you're still, I think we're still cheaper that way than, or pretty close to Skowhegan.
you know, maybe an afternoon, $2 afternoon, might be
I know in Waterville, just for a kid, it's $7.50.
I think they have a deal one afternoon a week in
And
Waterville.
That's
I'm not,
steep.
yeah, I'm not positive.
For what?
I'm not positive. It's worth looking into. I think they have one afternoon a week that
Yeah, it was almost something like Tuesday.
$2
Throwback
Tuesday
Tuesdays
or something. There is something
Yeah, it was an
that's
old movie that they would show on
Deal.
Tuesday afternoons.
that people can get out and
Yeah,
go see a
good.
movie if they choose to.
Yeah, but that's a, there again, it's not your domain movies. It's a regular movie, and you still have to pay for that royalty. And they're
Yeah.
a bigger chain so that, because I look into doing like what they do in the summertime for the kids. I'm like, oh, I want to get on board with that, where they do the free movie once a week or every day for the kids, when they're out of school. I'm like, so I called my booker, no, you can't do that. So the umbrella thing that they have in the library, that how they get their movies to do, I looked into that. No, you can't do that because you're already a movie theater. And I'm like, so I've looked at different avenues. It's not that I haven't, because I have, and I've been trying to think of different ways to bring in the kids more, and I like to see them come
But-
Well, we do have Wednesday afternoons, kids get out a little earlier.
Right, and so we can try to tap in. We've never done that, so maybe we should try to tap into that.
We need to tap into the adults' pockets, so the kids, they're not bringing the money.
We're asking the parents for it.
I know, the kids I've talked to say that their parents don't have it anymore.
I do want to just put it out there. Last night at the council, they did bring it up to me, like, have you guys looked into, and you forgive me because I don't know the proper name. I've got it in there somewhere. But when you have the national sponsors
Screen
on the
dollars?
screen.
Oh, yeah.
Screen dollars, wasn't that
Screen
what it was?
dollars, thank you. Screen dollars, they were encouraging that last night, so that might be something that maybe next week we can discuss.
look into that, because we have talked about that in the past and shut it down, but now we have new members and we can bring it up. And we can preview them if we want to. Most of them are gonna be like the ads you see on TV.
Sure. Yeah,
And,
might be a Chevy or a Pepsi commercial or
Right.
something like that. or-
There
but we
was
get so much of it. It's not a lot, but it's at least something.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money, but,
It's more than zero.
yeah.
It's not
There
costing us
was
anything to
another
do
one
it.
Right, and it's
for,
helping them
that
with
you
their
mentioned
trials.
last night about using the marquee and putting
Oh,
up
he-
the sponsors.
One of those counselors did say something about the glass doors and making them an advertisement for a month for different businesses. It's something to think about. But I thought we had plenty
Nice
to
to see you.
think about tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's nice to see you, Mike. Let me shut this off.
It's like it starts out cold in here, and then it
Jen.
seems like at a certain point, it just gets colder.
I'm just going to the bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to run.
I'm sorry, Maria, what did you say?
No, I'm